Dear students, in the last class we have seen what is data and what is information and what is your knowledge. That's what we have seen within examples, and later we move to why your data mining is an important. That's what we have taken. Okay, now why the data mining is important, what is explosive growth, we have seen how it is moving from terabytes to petabytes, and we have seen the evolution of science also in each and every year, how it has been growing into picture. And we have seen the database technology also. We have seen three eras of the database. One is your RDBMS and your internet era and your smart era. So that also we have seen separately in 1960s how the data has been used in the database, and 1970s where you will come across your relational data models and your relational DBMS, and in 1980s we come across the OOPS concept with advanced technology in RDBMS, and in 1990s we are talking about a data warehousing in a multi-dimensional database systems, and in 2000 we are talking about a web technologies and XMLs and a global information systems. This is what we have seen. And we have seen what is the importance of data mining. Also, we have seen what is data mining, what are the other names for data mining, and why it has been useful, how to correct the data mining. We have gone through all these concepts, and we have seen the knowledge discovery process also. Now, on the last class, we have seen what is data warehousing and what is data mining and what is the important tasks in that also. We have come across it. And we have seen the web mining frameworks also. What are the things we are going to do in that one? So one is a data cleaning. We have seen how to remove your unwanted data and your missing values, that we have seen, and data integrations from multiple sources. That is, the data will be in the different format. Some might be given in your Word document and some might be given in your graphical format, and some might be given in your image format. Whatever data is there, how to integrate also we have seen, and how to store the data in the warehousing, and data cube constructions, in which angle we want that type of data will be taken in one part of a cube, and data selection for data mining, in which data you want, in which locations you want or which area you want. Like that you can select the data based on your interest, and in that data mining is based on your presentations. You can go for a data mining and presentation of the mining results. The main thing is, once you get a data, it has to be presented in a neat format so that everybody can be view it in advance. So that is a technique how the data has to be presented. And next one is patterns and knowledge to be used or stored into the knowledge base. Okay, this for how the data mining in business intelligence we have seen. Your decision making, your data presentation, the data mining and data exploration, your data pre-processing, integrations, and your data warehouses and your data source. And the roles in that one is your database administrator and your data analyst, your business analyst, and end users also we have seen in the previous class. Okay, now we have come across what do you mean by mining and versus your data exploration. In a business intelligence view, the warehouse, the data will be stored in the warehouse in the form of a data cube, and it has been reporting but not in much mining. That means the data will be stored at different angles, but the knowledge, it will not be given exactly, so that has to be mined from your data warehouse. That is your business intelligence. So whatever data you want in every year or era, it will be stored. So but in what format or in what analysis you want has to be mined from your side. So business objectives versus data mining tools. So there are n number of data mining statistical tools are available. Based on your interest, we can take back the tools. And now also supply chain is an example where your tools is available to see the scenario of a product reaching from the your productions to the customers. And your data presentations, how the data will be presented in which format, so that the people can be easily viewed in that. So how to explore your data, so that is also and much important. So that and all we'll see one by one. Okay, and we have seen the typical examples from a ML to statistics, how the data has been viewed it, how to input the data, what is the data pre-processing, and what is the role of a data mining, and what is your post-processing. So this also we have seen. Now we have stopped in the last class for a medical data mining, so that from here onwards we will continue medical data mining. So here it is very much important in the medical science, where your healthcare and medical data mining is often using an adapted search view in statistics and machine learning to learn the structure of your cell, your behavior of your DNA. Everything can be viewed minutely with the help of a data mining concepts. So where a number of data with a different type of patients in different scenarios will be recorded. So based on that, you can read the culture of your particular cells. So pre-processing of the data here, including feature extraction and dimension detecting. So here pre-processing means in which, suppose if I am going to share my data, suppose if I am going for any company, I am giving some data regarding me, that is my phone number, my locality, my interest, my brand, whatever I am using it. So everything I will be filling it. So in that one, the person who wants to know about the particular product, customers who is using that product, he wants to know means, so based on that locality or based on the age group, which type of people is morely using it. So in that way, they want the data that is called including feature extraction. So which feature you want? Suppose they want to know only the people who is belonging to that age group, or taking targeting, or it is an school going students, or it is an elderly people. What type of people they want to target, that is that age group people they will be extracting. So in dimensions reduction means some in all the localities I doesn't want to make this thing. So suppose in which area, suppose it's cold region area or a hot region area, where such type of things is going to taken. So I have to identify such type of places also. So I doesn't want to take all the locality, so I can go for a dimensions reduction also. In particular locality I can take into account. Next one is a classifications or and clustering process. So classification is based on the criteria which one to be taken, and clustering process means, so the each and every group which is having the same property, that will be gathered together. So based on the similarities I can make a clusters, so I can understand such type of people who is interested. So if you take in one particular area, there some people will be very good in buying an electronics good, or in some area the people will be buying in a kitchen vessels. So like that, different group of people will be clusters together, and their behaviors can be viewed. That is a clustering process. Who is having a similar characteristics, they will be gathered together. And post processing for presentation, so we can analyze it. If I sell this product in particular area, so it will be get a profit. So such people are more in that area, and they are very good in taking the profit level. So multi-dimensional view of data mining. So data to be mined, that means what type of data is has to be taken, extended. So if that is the case, mean in database data, there can be extended relational data, or it can be an object oriented, or it can be heterogeneous legacy, the old system. Like that, any type of data will be taken. So in data warehouse, so data can be taken in a data warehouse. Transactional data, each and every day, what type of transaction has been happened, how it has been stored. So like that, transactional data can be taken, and stream of the data for a time series data type can be taken, and a spatial temporal data can be taken, and a sequence of data, your text data, your web data, your multimedia, graphs, and social and information networks. Like that, any type of data can be mined. So the data will be in any format, in any form of storage. That means in the data where we can be stored in a normal database, or relational database, or object oriented database, or transactional data, a spatial temporal data. Like that, in any mode of data it will be stored, where we can be mined from that particular place. Okay, next one is knowledge to be mined, or data mining functions. So how the data can be mined, or what are the functions are available? If you see, there are different type of technologies. One is a characterization, discrimination, association, classification, clustering, trend or deviation, outlier analysis, etc. And descriptive versus predictive data mining, and multiple or integrated functions and mining at a multiple level. So any type of data can be mined, depends upon our functions which you want. Okay, and what are the techniques are utilized for this type of mining is data intensive and data warehouse, where we call as OLAP, where is online analytical processing, and your machine learning and statistics, pattern recognition, visualization, high performance, etc. So these are all the techniques where it can be utilized for your data mining functions. And next one is your applications adapter, where this data mining is very useful. In which applications it is useful means retail telecommunication, banking, fraud analysis, biodata mining, stock market analysis, text mining and web mining, etc. So these are all the places where your data mining is very useful to handle. So now we have seen what type of data will be stored in different type of database, how it has to be mined, and what is the knowledge to be mined, in which way you want the data, and what are the techniques utilized over here, and what are the applications adopted, how we are going to do it. Everything will be seen one by one. Okay, now we'll see on data mining, on what kinds of data it will be mined. Simply we are telling data means the data will be with any format like image, graphical, text, web data, anything will be there. So we'll see what kinds of data will be mined. If it is a database oriented data sets and applications, we will be taking data from the relational database, data warehouse, and the transactional data. A relational database, each and every data will be related with one-to-one correspondence, and data warehouse is like n number of data from all the source of the data will be saved in your data warehouse, and transaction database is daily transaction, what is happening in the day-to-day report that will be stored in your transactional database. Next one is advanced data sets and advanced applications. Apart from this, where the data has been used more. So in that way, we can talk about advanced data sets and advanced applications. So where it has been come here means data streams and sensor data, where in your spatial, in weather forecastings, we require n number of data for the analysis for prediction the climate or natural disasters. So in such type of data, we have to use a large number of data, so that will be available in your data warehouse for our analysis. Next one is a time series data. Depends upon the time, what are the data has been predicted. This is also very much important for the temporal changes, and temporal data, sequence data, that is your biosequence, everything will be included. So such type of data can also be mined. And next one is a structured data, which is with it. Sometimes the data might be neatly tabulated with the rows and columns, or it can be with the graphical representations, or it can be any social networks, or it can be multi-linked data. In any format of the data can also be used for data mining. And next one is now the relational databases has come in a object oriented concepts, where the data can be viewed in a object relational database format also. And next one is your heterogeneous database and legacy database plays a major role over here. So the data can be very old systems also, or it can be heterogeneous, different kind of data also. It can be different type of databases also can be available. Next one is your spatial data and spatio-temporal data, that is related to a geostructure also we can take the data. And next one is a multimedia data. Mainly it is used for your video and audio. Such type of data is also available for analysis. And next one is a text database. So this is very much involved in your web applications. So based on your search, it can be lead for you to the content what you want. Next one is a World Wide Web. So this already you know. So in the internet, if you're searching with a particular data, it will be coming to the entire informations in front of your system.